Hey, it is NevermoreMoto, and today we're going to talk about a Rotopax install on the 2015 Ural CT. So Santa Claus was good to me and got me a Rotopax for Christmas. I wanted an external fuel tank for the Ural because the gas gauges on them aren't terribly reliable. They go through a lot of fuel, and I had to make fuel runs before for friends, and it's always nice to have extra fuel. I will say, first of all, with Rotopax, there are two grades. There is Rotopax, and there's fuel packs. You want to make sure you get the Rotopax. It's a much higher quality product. It has a 10-year warranty, and the reason I chose Rotopax instead of the regular metal jerry cans is they don't rust, they don't dent. It holds up better. As soon as I got it, I went onto Soviet Steeds, which is a good resource for people with sidecars, to see how people were installing these. And everyone kind of pushed me towards Gone Uraling, who did an install on this. I will link that video below. I did a couple things different. Now, as far as the install itself, like I said, I did do a lot of what Gone Uraling had done. I did decide to mount it on this side of the sidecar instead of the inside like most people do. That's because I figured if there's ever a leak or anything that ever goes wrong, it won't leak gasoline directly onto a hot exhaust. So that was one reason why I did it. And the other is because when it faces out this way, I find it to be easier to fill from the backside. And also just kind of like the placement. It's nice. Some other differences I did when I did install it, I used a lot of painter's tape to mark off where it was actually going for measuring. So the painter's tape has a couple of cool purposes. One, when you lay out the painter's tape, it protects paint from when you measure out where you want your tank to go, and you can kind of just use a permanent marker to mark off, where you want it to go. Two, when you actually start drilling, the drill bit will initially grip into the painter's tape instead of, sometimes when you use a drill and you're in a finished surface, the drill wants to kind of slide around a little bit. I found the painter's tape helped grip into the tape itself to keep it from actually, skipping around.
Well, here's an extra $1.
Once you measure up, you make your holes. Actually happened pretty easily. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. And then I'm going to take this mounting plate. This is going on the inside of the sidecar. It's meant to go this way, not this way. So because I'm losing some of that surface area, I got some longer hardware. I also got this gasket material that I'm cutting. And this will add a little more squish. And it should also protect the paint as well. So I'm making one for each side of the bracket. I see to mark where the holes are. One for the bracket side as well. Like I said, this is two things. It protects the paint, and when you tighten the bolts, it gives you a little more squish. And I'm just making some crude holes with scissors. These don't have to be perfect. Take your fingers off, kid. And on the other, perfect. Okay. Take off our marking tape. Screws. You can see the difference in what I picked up versus what came with the hardware set. Perfect. keep it nice. I have kind of a lot to thank with the Soviet Steeds crew. Also, Gone Uraling for following his video. I'm going to link it below. Using it as a backing plate instead of mounting the plate directly onto the side was definitely his idea. Cool. One more thing. And then just to make sure this doesn't go anywhere, ooh, that's a little too much. A little dab of red Loctite of threads, just a dab will do ya. Now we can tighten the hardware. We'll just start one side, we'll start the other. Awesome. Like I said, that gasket material lets you pull this nice and tight without damaging your paint or having it feel like you're wrecking anything. Now we have the mounting hardware mounted. All that's left to do is mount the tank itself. Definitely in a good spot. And now we have a locking gas tank on the side of the Ural. This is also a stolen idea from Gone Uraling. Pick up some of this weather stripping tape. Once again, I'm going to use some painter's tape to mark off where the thicker parts of the can are. Just do a spot there. Oops. Do a dab there. And this is going to ensure that one, the gas can isn't rubbing up against your sidecar, and two, it keeps it nice and quiet. And as you tighten this, no rattling around. Pull my marking tape. And the job is done. We now have an external sidecar gas can. Now I know a lot of people are going to say the jerry can is the way to go. It's the big metal tank, but Rotopax has a 10-year warranty, and they don't rust or degrade. It's plastic. So I don't have to worry about the gas dripping off. Plus, I like the red. It's a cool pop color. But it's the internet, and people are going to tell me I'm wrong. But that's it. That is my Rotopax install on the 2015 Ural CT. Thanks for checking it out.